Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel today. So I'm going to be starting a new exciting series on state management, and I'll be trying to go over state management principles, methods and tools in React without wasting so much of your time. So for today we'll be looking at the very basic method of state management in React, which is the useState hook. Let's dive right into it. So to begin with, what is state? State is basically any data in the web application that changes with time. That is basically just it. So when you have a data that changes with time or during the life cycle of the application, that is basically what we refer to as state. So we have like the useState. So I'm just going to try and explain the structure of the useState hook. So I'm importing useState. Now the useState hook returns an array that contains the current state. You can name this whatever. So this is like the current state value, or just value, then is set value, and this is the convention when working with them. So we have the useState hook. You could take a default value, yes. So let's say we want our default value to be like 0. So this is like a getter function that returns the current value of the state, and this is a setter function that helps to like update the value of the state. So let's do something like really simple. So let's just display this value, and let's just have an update button. And what the update button does is just increases the value. So let's say cost update is equal to set value to be value plus 1, and then when this button is clicked on, I'm going to have called the update function, and yeah, let's just give this some style. So text 3x maybe 4 whatever, then so what basically happens is that you can see the useState returns a getter function and a set value function. So the value is being rendered, and then when we call the button and click on the button, we are calling an update function to change the value of that state. So one thing you need to know is that React useState is asynchronous in nature. So let me try and display or explain what that means using an example. So we have set value to be value plus 1 again, set value to be value plus 1. Now if I click on the updates, if I click on this updates button, you would expect that we have an increment by 3 since we are batching state updates, 3 state updates, but it just goes 1. That is because React useState is asynchronous, and then it only like carries out the state update based on the initial value, that is the 0 being passed here. So if you want to do that correctly, where you expect you happen to see an increment by 3, so you just use the function of data. So now what this does is that it captures the value of the state at the point where the set value is called, and then updates it. So you can just remove this and do the same thing here, and then when you click on this, you should expect to see by 3 now. So I'm just going to, I think that is all for today. So I'm just going to like give a brief summary. Number 1, useState is asynchronous in nature. You can see that explained with the batch updates. Now useState returns an array that has 2 values. You can do structure, the getter function that returns the current value of the state, and then the setter function to update the value of the state. Now useState is locally scoped to a component. It means that whenever you use useState, only the component where that useState is declared, or where that state is declared, and then its children can access that particular state. And useState there's no much defined structure for state management when using useState. I think that is all for today. In the next video, that's for use reducer, we'll be seeing a better structure for managing states. Thank you so much. So if you like the video, just subscribe, and yeah, see you next time. Bye.